of course, eventually I'd have to do it. Merlin versus every story boss that is relevant in the game. And I always like to start with Demon Hendrickson, even though these days he's just he's a joke, right? But, you know, I think Demon Hendrickson was the hardest boss that they ever released at the period of time that they released. Ever since then, maybe Astarosa was a pretty hard boss, but it was the boss. It was the only story boss that I actively saw whale players lose. There's no other boss in the game that ever had that. So, you know, if you're seeing a whale struggle with something, something is difficult, okay? That something is difficult. Now, of course, you can chase with counter melee, but that's not the point. Let's just start there. Let's take Merlin there. If you don't know what Merlin does, listen, she's good. Of course, for certain fights, I have to bring another unit, but I think Merlin can solo almost all of these. Her ability to only take 40% of HP can come in clutch. The thing is that, of course, bosses attack you 3 times, right? So having, you know, only, you know, that level of reduction to like 40% isn't the most helpful, because, you know, 40, 20, you're dead. If her ability was 30, if you can only take 30%, should be absolutely broken, the most broken unit in the game. That's it. Case in point, the most broken unit in the game. So they have to make it like 30, right? Now we're gonna take her on bosses. If they don't kill me in 1 turn, I have lifesteal on her, you know, her rolls, and that could carry me a lot. What's up with these early story missions that requiring you to use Meliodas? Thankfully, a lot of the late missions don't require you to choose anyone specific, but a lot of missions do require you to use someone, unfortunately, and very little missions require you to use Merlin. I know, like Grey Road, you have to use Merlin, so that mission I can just use her, but in general, most missions require you to use someone. Yeah, if her passive was you can only take 30% of the damage per card, she would be just insane, right? So there's a reason why she didn't get something crazy like that. But one big thing is, if the enemy ults me, I don't die. That's the big thing, right? If an enemy tries to kill me by ulting me, the ult can only do a maximum 40% of damage. There's no like, you know, passing that. The only thing that can bypass that, of course, is Ascanor's ultimate. If, you know, the one ults you, the death effect, you know, does damage again, so you take like 40 plus 40%. Or if the one, let's say I was facing the one ults Meliodas, does like kills, and then the death effect would kill Merlin as well. The one seems to be the only thing that actually bypasses her passive. And honestly, it kind of reminds me of you know, a theory that people were throwing around of how they could counter Goddess Liz, because so far in the game there hasn't been a single counter, a real counter to Goddess Liz, right? And people have said, you know, the way they should do a counter to Goddess Liz is by making it that bypasses passives, or, you know, deletes passives, something like that. And a unit like that, yes, would bypass Goddess Liz's revival, but more than that, it would cuck almost every single unit in the game, right? So they really, I mean, they could make a unit like that, but it's just very unlikely. Just because that unit, yes, they've made broken units before, but that unit would just completely cuck almost every unit in the game, and that's just not how units work. When they make a unit, it cucks other units, of course. They always have to make it like a meta shifting kind of way, but there's still units that work, you know? That unit, if both of you have that unit on your team, on PvP, and you would cuck each other, how would that work? Does a unit cancel the cancel passive of the other? It would be just way too convoluted. Unless they made it like, you know, Deldry, where in the beginning of the battle, randomly, one of the enemies is selected to, you know, be debuffed or whatever. That could work, I guess, but again, passives like that don't usually work so well. There's a reason why Deldry never really was meta, because Deldry's passive as a core concept is insane. You can, if you do an AoE attack, it literally does no damage, and the person that's selected cannot hurt Deldry in any way. That is, like, as You know, just reading through that sounds insane because it kind of is. But because it's random, you don't select who will be, you know, the one should be designated. It just makes it way worse, right? And let's say I disable, I'm facing the one, right? And I disable his passive, but not Goddess Liz. Yeah, that would actually not be so bad, because then the one doesn't become immune in the third turn, but at the same time, it wouldn't change it that much. It would be actually a pretty nice effect still, but I would always be like, if I had debuffed Goddess Liz, it would have been infinitely better. So, yeah, it's really difficult for them to make a unit like that would cancel passives. Sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent there about a random topic, but these like starter missions, beginning of, you know, chapters until like 11 aren't that interesting. So you know, talking about something else that could be interesting sounds better. But now we're getting into interesting stuff. Finally, find the commandments and Fraudulent. Always found so fascinating that Fraudulent doesn't count as a commandment. Like, they couldn't even give the guy a commandment. They couldn't even give him that. Okay. Galax is gonna be a pain. No, I was thinking, is Zeldris' commandment actually working now? I don't think so. Let's just go for Zeldris here. I would be more worried about Fraudulent because his ultimate actually kind of hurts. But because he can only do 40% of my HP, I'm actually not that concerned. His ultimate really does hurt. But again, he can only do 40% of my HP, so not the most concerned about that. Let's just attack Galox here. I don't want to be attack weakening, but at the same time I kinda don't care. It'll be a nice crit there, but it's okay. At the same time, I think it doesn't really matter. Even if I'm attack weakened, my ult will still do a lot. Yeah, like I said, her passive, man, it can be a big help, especially when it comes to ultimates. Ultimates, being only able to do 40% is actually kind of nutty. When we first got revealed how her passive works, we thought ult wouldn't apply to it, but it does, and it does make a difference when Sauriel ults you and he only does like, what, 40%, 40k damage or something. We're getting into the good stuff. Time for Estarossa. By the way, if you haven't watched any of my other like boss fight type videos, I always pick like the hardest difficulty for each boss that I want to fight. If it just happens to be that my character has type advantage over it, just because a lot of bosses, I have to say, a lot of bosses, the last difficulty of them is blue. I don't know why, but it is a fact. Like a majority of them, when they have multiple fights, the last one is blue for some reason. I don't know why. It just is. When I was doing Estarossa's video like this, I noticed that and I was like, man, Estarossa is just stomping them because he always has type advantage. And they can barely hurt him. I wonder if I seal his healing, would he, like his HP related stats, would he be able to heal after he ults? Because if you don't know this fight, if you let him ult, he basically full heals. If I do this, does he still full heal? Is my question. Oh, he's hurting me. I might need some help actually. I can't attack because he got the ult procced. I'll just move my card. Oh, the debuff went away, huh? Okay. I might need some help. I'll try again, but unless I get like a level 3 first turn, I might just not be able to kill him. Maybe actually I should put Tarmiel as a link. Then she would become actually immortal. I give her like defense gear instead of crit damage. Then she become immortal. I didn't get level 3. Yeah. I can't get level 3 actually because oh, he just killed Ascari this time. I can't actually get level 3. Yeah, there's no way. I can't do that with just her. When I have units that can like take off ultimate gauge and stuff, this fight is actually possible. But with a unit like Merlin, unless I get like a crit on this level 3, it might actually not be possible. I can't attack him right now because of course he has the ult proc. He's gonna fully heal. I'm still attack weakened. It's not a good situation here. I might have to wait and get level 3 before I can attack, so just so I'm not attack weakened. Oh, he's not ulting. Why? I mean, I can't complain. Yeah, attack. Oh, that attack weakening is brutal. 20% attack related stats. Actually brutal. Damn. I'll try one more time. I'll put a Tarmiel link. If not, I'll give her some help. But if you don't know the full extent of Merlin's passive, and the reason why she hits so little as well, is not only she was attack weakened, but the more HP she has, the higher attack related stats she also gets when she attacks. So she had taken, of course, some damage. Yeah, at that point in time, her HP was decently low, to the point where her passive just wasn't that high anymore. If you kill Ascanor, not so bad. It's not the worst. I could potentially get level 3 right here. Huh? No, okay. Let's not be attack weakened, right? Let's just do this. This will give me the ultimate. Work away from there. It's gonna hurt. I mean, in the context of, you know, I mean, yeah, it hurts, but I'm gonna heal. That's fine. And he physically cannot do more than 40%. Oh, wait. No, he's not life-stealing me. Or, I'm sorry, he's not, life-stealing. He's not, infecting me, is he? No, he's just stealing my healing cards. He's not actually stealing my healing in general. Oh, it's fun. It's so funny that he attack weakened himself. Okay. Oh, okay. Her ult, of course, hits hard in her card, but I don't know if I really trust her ult to kill him. Yeah, especially if her HP is so low. Oh man, just give me a level 3 card, please. Also, I think it's like we don't know. But I think her passive doesn't work on her ultimate, only on her just attack cards. We don't know, because the way the passive is worded is that when she uses a card, and she's just doing like nothing, huh? She's attack weakened at this point, but that ultimate was pretty pathetic. The way it's worded is when she uses a card, she gives herself the boost. I'm assuming only attack cards, not ultimate. She did need help, but it's okay. It's a fairly difficult fight. The way it's structured, you know, the way she is structured, unless I got like a level 3 card turn 1 and she crit with Sauriel Link, I don't think he would have been able to actually beat it. So we bought some help, some much needed help. Juro will seal him from getting the ultimate. Ascanor just damage, I guess. I already had Ascanor there, so. Man, when I do this with the one Ascanor. See, the one Ascanor just makes every single unit look so bad. it's just how it is. The one Ascanor makes every single unit look pathetic. It's just, he's way too strong. That's why I didn't bring him. That's why I brought the green one. The one Ascanor, when I brought him here, the one is just way too strong, man. I know, I mean, I say that because he was the last one I took here to this fight, because of course Assault Melee was the last one I did this with, but Assault Melee can't be brought to this fight because you can't use Meliodas in this fight, because of course during the story Meliodas is technically dead, so he wasn't in combat. The one was the last one I brought here, and type neutral, just obliterated, because the one's the one. What can you do? The one is just the one. Okay. Got a Glocks and Droll fight over here. Yeah, Glox is a pain in the ass because he does debuff you if you attack twice, but... I'm forced to use the Ending King. I brought the weakest Ending Kings I had. Unfortunately, even my weakest DN is super weak in 4. Let's do this. I kind of, as much as I, don't want to use the other units, I kind of don't want to double attack just because the Glock's commanding. The end's dead, nice. That gives me more space for Merlin cards. You're kidding me? I was really hoping King would die. Okay. I don't think I'm killing Glox here, but I can get my Merlin ultimate. There, I did kill Glox, actually. Never mind. Man, when Merlin crits is a completely different story. You see, when she like doesn't crit, she's kind of garbage. Like DPS as Merlin is a DPS unit. As a DPS unit, when she doesn't crit, she looks kind of pathetic. But when she crits, it's a completely different story. She's like the 1 level of strong when she crits. It's a weird phenomenon that this Merlin has. Case in point. Don't die, please. Of course, you can die by the attack, by the ultimate, I mean, but there's follow-up attacks. Although he doesn't have follow-up attacks, okay. He only attacks once. Nice. Just the damage range is just insane between critting and not critting. We got our boy Ludo here next. He is, I believe, blue as well. He's always blue. I'm telling you, all these like story bosses, their hardest form is just always blue. And I don't know why. Sayonara. Ludo's pretty difficult actually. Thankfully King is 2 cards. Ludo is pretty difficult, as I recall. I'm keeping the Tarmiel link though. I think the Tarmiel link will be more beneficial than Sariel link. Maybe I should put defense gear though. I don't. Ooh, that was a big hit. I don't know. See, a reason why she hits so hard when she crits is not only she has like on her base already a really high crit damage, but her passive is, she gets attack related stats, which crit damage is an attack related stat. So it's just everything about her. She needs to crit, He's ulting again? There, got the first revive off. Nice, it's a single target. That's good. He's dead. And he can't kill me, like he physically can't. I believe I do have more than 80% of HP. Even if he does, 40-40, I still will survive. He didn't even do that. The first card did quite a bit of damage on me, but it was probably because of level 2 or 3. Very nice crit, very nice. I just realized I skipped Gopher by accident. I'll go back to it. I thought Gopher was the next chapter, but then I realized, no, Gopher was before Lucio, not after Lucio. I'll go back to Wheelchair Gopher, of course. Wheelchair Gopher, that's a needed festival for me. Assault melee buff for being a demon. Everything about Wheelchair Gopher is just, he is a must release festival, in my opinion. Even, honestly, it doesn't even have to be a festival, just make him like a regular banner unit. Because the way I see it, Wheelchair Gopher and Doll Gopher are not the same person. And if they're going to make the, festivals be different versions of the original cast of the 7 Deadly Sins, like the base festival characters, not the Holy War Festival, then Wheelchair Gopher should not be a base regular festival character, in my opinion, just because, like I said, I think Wheelchair Gopher is not Gopher the way, like the Doll Gopher. It's a completely different person. I don't know why level 1 should be level 2. I just thought, oh, maybe I can get another level 1 to make a level 3, but that was stupid thinking because I was gonna get the ultimate anyways, but maybe some of you disagree, but in my opinion, I think Wheelchair Gopher and, regular Gopher are not the same person, and when Wheelchair Gopher releases, I think you should be able to use both Gophers together in a team. Because again, they're not the same person. One of the big reasons why I think, you know, you can't run multiple of the same character together is because, well, they technically couldn't be in the same room together, right? Let's say I can't use 2 different Escanors because it's like in a regular fight in the anime, I guess, you wouldn't, 2 Escanors wouldn't appear to attack someone, right? But this is not the case. Gopher and Ucha Gopher can fight together, and I lost. Well, I just got very unlucky, got no crits. Unlucky. Just realized I had taken off the Tarmiel link. When did I do that? What? I brought a stronger Joe to help her. Yeah, this is why I said about her passive not really helping too much here. Because the bosses attack you 3 times, her passive is virtually useless. The part of, you know, only taking 40%. Because it really doesn't matter if, you know, if they do 40%, 40%, 40%, I'm dead. You know? He's ulting, but he is sealed. If they do 40, 40, 40, I'm dead regardless. So it really doesn't matter that her passive is even a thing here in story. In PvP, it's a different case because, you know, there's the one, and the one is specialized in one-shotting. But here in PvP, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen, right? There's no bosses in the game that would just one-shot you turn 1 in story mode. There just isn't. They haven't really, you know, I think story has really took a big downward scale on difficulty. Especially, you know, after the release of Chapter 12, Chapter 13 and on started becoming super easy. They're like, okay, yeah, people were not very happy that Chapter 12 was so hard. They had that mission before Estarossa that was like, they had to use Hauser, Simon, and someone? Forgot who it was. Gilfunder. And that mission was insanely hard, right? And after Chapter 12, they were like, yeah, let's not make it that hard anymore. I was actually correct. Gopher is after Lucio. Okay. Gopher is after Lucio, but before Zeldris, so I skipped Gopher by accident after I followed Lucio. That's okay. We still have a lot to go through because they released a lot of story recently, actually. They've been pumping out story chapters because for a long time they weren't releasing new story for like months. But they did release, of course, a bunch now. This is what I'm saying, like, yeah, they're fighting right now. There's 2 different Gophers right here, and they should be treated as 2 different entities. Does it show? He's unidentified? Oh no. Oh no, that's bad. He should be a demon. Should help out Assault Melee. I don't want to be attack weakened by Glox, but it's okay. I'm forced to use Glox, unfortunately. He should be considered a demon. He's literally a demon. Why did she not get Attack Lord? Is Glox's image not working? That's odd. That is very odd. That is very odd. She should have been Attack Lord, but I'm not complaining. That was... See, man. The first hit I did, the single target, when she crit, it's like way over double damage. Way over double damage. That ult would have done a lot of damage, by the way, if it wasn't for her passive. See, sometimes, yeah, the passive does make a big difference. I guess I'm just gonna assume that Glox's commitment isn't working. Oh, it's in PvP only, isn't it? No. Is Glox's commitment? No, it's in PvE too. Am I stupid? No, yeah. Oh, it is in PvP. Did I just forgot that? Did I just forget that? That his commandment only works in PvP? I guess so. Oh. Unfortunately, not getting mini Merlin cards, and Glox isn't the hardest hitter. Wow, that was a lot. Let's cleanse this so that she can get an ultimate gauge. I could have healed, but I think she's gonna heal quite a bit from lifestealing here. Yeah, she got a crit show. She definitely isn't gonna die, right? Cause yeah, he's gonna do the AoEs. What? That was a lot. That was way more than I expected. Please kill. Ah, you're so bad when you don't crit, man. And her shield is so pathetic. It's gonna break so easily right now. Yeah. Just so bad when she doesn't crit, I swear. Her crits hit really hard. Don't get me wrong, but when she doesn't crit, it's like the one has a similar effect, but at least the one when he doesn't crit, he still hits hard. First time on the series, we're fighting Assault Meliodas. Unfortunately, when I did this with Escanor, it was before the chapter actually came out. But we are fighting Assault Meliodas. Not the most difficult Assault Melee, because the most difficult Assault Melee, you're forced to only use the one. As I recall. I think. So I couldn't do that one. But I recall from I only did this fight like once. For what I recall from this fight, he has a very similar passive to the PvP passive, and isn't a slap in the face that he's using Lost Vein, and I can't use it when I use my Assault Melee. I want to use Lost Vein. Yeah, very similar passive. That could cuck me very hard. The big difference was when I was beating this using the one literally one-shot him. So that was when I was just doing story regularly, right? Because of course I was using the one Escanor. He was the new shiny toy. The one literally one-shot him, so there was that. I hope this life steal is enough, or else I'm dead. Yeah, she might need more help. This mission is decently hard though. Yeah, there's no point in taking only 40% if the enemy attacks you 3 times and does 40% every time. Listen, I don't want to be here for another half an hour, okay? Let's just cut to the chase. Let's use the one. Let's one-shot this guy. Let's just one-turn him, okay? I think that'll be better for everyone, even though I have type neutral. Even though I have type neutral. Doesn't matter. Ooh, big level 2 card for Merlin. Very good, very good. See, here's the thing about the one, right? You might not think about it, but his passive is actually kind of broken. Not only the, you know, becoming invincible to debuffs part on turn 3, but the fact that he gives himself 6% lifesteal is huge. Right here, 24% lifesteal. I'm gonna heal quite a bit from this attack. Very nice crit. Maybe sealing his healing would have been better, now that I really think about it. How much is it gonna heal? Ah, actually, it's not like PvP. In PvP, Assault Melee heals like crazy. Oh, that one was useless. Give me like a level 2 single target and I kill him. Hog. That one's actually useless, it's okay. But that lifesteal is crazy. Really? He's not gonna kill me though. He's not gonna kill me. Unless he does choose single targets, then I'm dead. If he kills me again, I'm just gonna bring a full team. Are you kidding me? We can move on. And finally, the last fight of the video is against Chandler. Oh, and I first choose someone else. King? Who's the fat one? I'll first use Girlfriend King, okay. Makes sense, because they're participating in the fight. But what we're gonna do is just rank up Merlin, basically. We should be good. His counters do hit kind of hard. You gotta be careful with that ultimate. He has a weak point ultimate. But other than that, we should be good. Wouldn't be too mad if he just kills King, because then we have an opportunity to get more Merlin cards. Dragon Claw. I like those moves. They did a good job with Chandler, honestly. You know what? I'm not gonna attack because I know I'm not gonna kill. And I'm gonna get debuffed if I attack. Oh, he debuffed me anyways, okay. Well, I was only gonna do 40%, so it's fine. Alright, don't kill me, relax. I'm actually kind of scared. I need more units. I don't think she can do it. Oh, I should have gone level 3. Wow, a level 3 wouldn't have killed. Yeah, she's not gonna take care of business with our help. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. It's a difficult stage. She's not gonna be able to take care of business by her own. I would have loved to get a level 3 card, but it's okay. We're gonna actually do this. And hope we get a level 3 card for her next turn. So we can potentially just one-shot him. Oh yeah. Just like that. Just like that. Dragon Claw. Just like that. I'm gonna rank her up. And it should kill. It should. Honestly, if you just bring the stance remover here, it's even easier. Alright, thank you guys for watching. This was Merlin against all the relevant story bosses. It was fun.